Ladies and gents, got something new today. Well, it's not new, but it's not old. The newest set being Twilight Masquerade that will release next week. So I wanted to open up a booster box of Temporal Forces #1 because I haven't done that yet. And I want to try to get some of the playable cards out of here. I don't have any of the A-Spec cards for any of my decks. I kind of want to get the Hero's Cape, which is in this, I think. Not too familiar what's in this. These packs look really, really thrown in there. Holy crap. Alright, well, I know it's a legit box because I've purchased it at my my LGS. So I trust them. I'm just going to hop right into this. So, I mean, we got the, what do we got in here? We got the Buddy Buddy Poffins, which I really need a couple of. We got the A-Specs, which are in this. We got something in the back there. I don't know if you can see that. They're kind of, look like they're kind of curled. I don't know. This is a weird box, so hopefully it pops off. You know those boxes that have the quote-unquote damage. So we're going to go right into the hit in the back there. Rabska's actually, I think it's going to pick up some popularity, even though it's a stage 1, because of Dragapult that's going to be coming out. We got the future and the ancient Pokemon in this. Okay, we got Iron Jugulus. That's pretty cool. Fluttermane, the reverse holo of that. Very nice. I'm going to be putting this in my Gardevoir deck for the Pokemon Standard Tournament I'm going to be going to next week. Excuse me, so that's pretty cool. Carvana and a Melmetal. Okay, so, wow, excuse me. Nothing in the back there, really. Just a Melmetal that was kind of throwing me off there. I guess we'll just start out off on the right side of this. I haven't opened up many booster boxes of late, so I'm happy to be doing this. And I opened up the Paldea Evolved, because that's almost a year old, about a week ago. Did really well with that, pulled a Magikarp. And we get our first A-Spec card. Wow, these cards look really cool. That is, and is it textured? Yeah, it's textured. That is awesome. I don't know if anyone has seen these in person or if you just play online, but these look really cool. What do we got in the back? Ah, cool. We got a Rabska reverse, and we got a Iron Thorns holo right there. So let me put a sleeve on this boyo. Kind of feels like thicker too, which is pretty cool. It's a really good quality card. I really like that. So we got the Reboot Pod. Attach basic energy from your discard pile to each of your future Pokemon. Okay, so obviously it goes into a future deck, and I believe the most expensive special illustrator or illustration rare in this is the oh my goodness, I played it all the time in VGC when there wasn't the restricted legendaries. It's the Cabalion one. We got the Iron Hands. We got the Roaring Moon, which is good with Ancient Box. That's pretty cool. Play against that a whole ton online. Of course, I get matched up against it like every other game against my Gardevoir. And why am I playing Gardevoir when there's Ancient Box? There is Roaring Moon EX and Charizard. So I like Gardevoir. You gotta play what you like. I'm not going to tournaments or anything like that, well, big tournaments. So I want to play what I like online. And we get the Iron Leaves full art. That's really nice. Let's take a closer look at that. I really like how the background of the future Pokemon have like this this light. It reminds me of like the Light Bright, if you remember that back in the 90s when, you know, we were all much younger. The Light Bright, you would kind of just put like these like little, you know, oval things, and make a pattern, and it would light up bright when you plugged it into the wall. And that's kind of what that background looks like. That definitely was not explained as properly as I could have, but 2 hits so far, so doing pretty good on the right side of the box. The Metang is pretty good. The Dialga V with the Metang won a regional not too long ago, about 2 weeks ago. We get the Gengar EX. That's really, really nice. I'll get a sleeve for that at the end. And got your code card. Dropping energies onto the floor. That's all right. If there's any card that I'm going to drop onto the floor, the energy would be the only one that I didn't care that dropped onto the floor. All right, getting into the next pack. Lots of the Paradox Pokemon, Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, Victini Reversed, Keldeo Reversed, and a Brambleghast Holo. It's pretty cool. Seeing a bunch of new Holos, and the art for the commons and uncommons is pretty cool. Especially this Grotle. It looks like old school like Pokemon art that you would see in like, you know, base set, fossil, things like that. Another Great Tusk, Bronzong, another energy capsule, Licky Licky, that Brambleghast again, and the Feraligatr. Used to seeing Feraligatr in Pokemon Go PvP a whole ton, and not so much of in the TCG. So I heard that it's harder to get, not necessarily harder to get pulls out of this set, but hard to get double bangers out of the packs. Like a Buddy Buddy Poffin, there we go. Like getting, you know, a full art or a art rare, and then getting something behind that, like, you know, maybe a gold card or however they're seeded. And because you used to see that all the time in base set. I mean, we just seen it not too long ago with Paldea Evolved. And I never really opened up any of the other products. Obsidian Flame kind of rubbed me the wrong way when they were trying to just... Chinchina's really good in Lugia. It's going to be even better when Legacy Energy comes out in Twilight Masquerade. Obsidian Flames kind of rubbed me the wrong way when they try to really milk that set with just the Charizard. And I believe in Japan, typically our English or international sets are made up of 2 sets in Japan. The Obsidian Flames one was only made up of 1. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but when I was following it at that point, I do remember that being a thing, and I think that was one of the main reasons why I wasn't interested in Obsidian Flames coming out, because I'm not much of a Charizard fan myself, personally. I like this reverse holo pattern on these future and ancient Pokemon. It looks pretty cool. And a Flutter Mane holo. It's hard to tell the difference between, I guess because the bordering is hollow, but this looks pretty similar to the reverse holo. I think the reverse holo is kind of just a little darker, but that's a pretty cool how those look. Yeah, so like even playing Charizard in the TCG, obviously it is the BDIF right now, which is the best deck in the format. And I've played it online. Yeah, I've done really well with it, and it just works like butter, you know, cutting butter. But you know, Miraidon EX right there, without the ability, which is kind of weird. I'm only used to seeing it with the ability. Yeah, so I played Charizard a whole bunch, and it's kind of boring because it's just so straightforward. You know, you want to get your Charmanders out, you got to get your Pidgeys out, and so forth. You got to get your Pidgeot so that you can grab this and that or whatever you need, the boss's orders for the next turn. Got a Litten. That is really nice. Litten art rare. Wow, hey, there's a shiny one. Oh wait, no, that's a poster. I was gonna say that's really, really cool. We got a few Littens in that picture. That is a really nice art rare. And we got a Koraidon holo in the back. I want to get a sleeve for this Litten. Love myself some Litten. Not so much Incineroar, but I really love Litten. I mean, it's a kitten. How do you not love Litten? All right, rambling too much. Let's go a little quicker here since we've seen most of the commons and uncommons. Nice reverse hollow for the capsule right there. Put that on a brute bonnet, and it does some good work poisoning your opponent's Pokemon, typically the active Pokemon, and if you have an ancient capsule on your ancient Pokemon, it protects it from special effects. So you won't poison your own Pokemon. You know, the Roaring Moon, for example, an ancient box, I guess. All right. Go a little quicker here. I always see something shining in the back, and I'm like, man, we're going to get something right here. Buddy popping. Then we get that Roaring Moon, which I was just talking about. So the more sets that we get, the more popular, I believe, Future and Ancient Box will become, just because more and more sets seem to be releasing Future and Ancient cards. Now, of course, you got a lot of Ancient and Future cards in this set because this and Paradox Rift kind of focused on them. And you're not going to have as many releasing in the future. I know there's a few in Twilight Masquerade, and they've already shown a few in the Petrarunt set that's coming out in August for us here in America and around the world other than Japan. Farigiraf EX. I've actually seen that online, and I played against it and got ruined because I had no idea what the Girafarig was going to evolve into, and of course it evolves into a dark Farigiraf. No, Girafarig. Farigiraf. Yeah, so the Girafarig evolves into a Farigiraf, and it's a dark type, so it just Okos my Gardevoir, and I'm like, well, there's the game. All right, so we're getting some hits here. We're getting the standard EXs, but I'm not going to complain about that. It does seem to be that the rumors were true. It's a little harder to hit some art rares and obviously double bangers and this and that in this. We got something in the back. Looks like a SIR in the back. Could be a full art trainer. So we get a full art. It is the Terrestrialize Farigiraf. I was speaking it into existence. I was giving it way too much credit for Okoing my Gardevoir when I had no idea what the Girafarig was going to evolve into, but definitely getting a sleeve for that. And let's throw it over here so we kind of see it and look at it a little bit more in the video. In that Paldea Evolved box that I opened about a week ago, we got 4 art rares out of that box. A gold card, an SIR, and I believe 2 full arts. So, excuse me, if we don't get at least 2 more art rares out of this, I would say that the rumors are definitely true. That they definitely chilled out on the pull rates, which is disappointing because these, the ace spec was, oh yeah, it's the Hero's Cape. I needed that one. The Hero's Cape was just stuck to one of my uncommons there. So let's get a sleeve for this one. I am so stoked to see this one because, of course, me talking about Gardevoir, I really like putting this on the Drifloon, and then going for Balloon Blast. You can put it on Screamtail as well, so that you could snipe Pokemon on the bench. You don't even need to boss or counter catcher them, which is really nice. So I'm talking shit on the pulls, and we just get a really good pull right there. At least one of my chase pulls, my personal chase pull, in a set. I like the A-Specs too. They're just pretty cool looking. Purple's my favorite color. It's like a pinkish purple color. Very bright, very enticing, pops. Pretty cool. I like them. And the fact that you can only have one in a deck is pretty cool. All right, so hopefully we get... I really like the art rares in this set, actually. I was looking at a few of the art rares, one of my favorite being the Snom. I really wanted to get the Snom. The Reuniclus looks really, really, really cool. I would have to say there's not many art rares that I do not like from the sets that have come out thus far for Scarlet and Violet. Now, we only had them at the tail end of Sword and Shield sets, but I don't know. The yellow bordering on the art rare cards in Sword and Shield kind of look janky to me. They look just far better with the silver bordering in this set. Iron Crown, couldn't think of his name earlier, but probably one of the better future Pokemon. And you don't even need to play it in your active slot. You can keep that on the bench. And your other future Pokemon will do 20 more damage, and you can stack that. So, you know, you get a single prizer future Pokemon like Miraidon out there, could do some work. Or you can beef up Iron Hands, and, you know, Iron Hands, I think, Amphi very much does like 160 damage, I believe. But, you know, if you throw a couple of Iron Crowns on the bench, you can do up to like, you know, 220 and knock out, for example, like a Miraidon EX and take 3 prize cards, which is pretty banging. All right. Again, like, I like the pattern here for the reverse holo for the future Pokemon. The light bright patterns are kind of popping on that, which is pretty cool. Dunsparce, good Pokemon in the future, not the future, maybe in the future, I don't know, but I've only seen it in Ancient Blocks. Every single time I see someone lead with a Dunsparce, I know what's coming. A World of Hurt, and I gotta get a lead on the prize cards. Scream Tail. All right. This is painful. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, but most of them are your standard EX Pokemon, which I don't really care for the prices, but, you know, when you're trying to, you know, compare what you would spend on the box to what you pull, I mean, I expect to get maybe like half my money back, usually. I mean, I'm opening these up to get the holos, the reverse holos, the code cards, and, you know, things that you don't necessarily want to buy off a TCG player. You don't want to buy like a 5-cent reverse holo. Like, I open booster boxes for that reason. I want to complete the set. I really do. I really do like it. But, you know, when you're comparing the price of what you're pulling, this is it's not looking too hot. I can see why cases of Temporal Forces is like, you know, $550 currently on TCG Player. We got something right here. Looks like an SIR maybe. Yeah, okay, Salvatore. We got a Salvatore SIR. This art is absolutely gorgeous. Even though the card is not very playable, Salvatore is an character. I believe in the game you talk to him in one of the school classrooms. I believe it's the teacher's like lounge, and he gives you a what does he give you? He gives you an Alola Meowth? A Galarian or Alola Meowth, if I'm correct. Definitely gives you a Meowth of some sort. But that art is gorgeous. Looks similar to that of the Litten, which is pretty cool. But it definitely looks like, you know, a pastel painting, which is pretty cool. All right, something in the back here. Wow, okay, Bianca's Devotion full art. What's going on with the back left of this one? We're hitting all of our hits here in the back left. See, heal all damage from one of your Pokemon that has 30 HP or less. I mean, it's okay. You know, could be good maybe for a poisoned Pokemon, or if one of your Pokemon or poisoned. Or you know, maybe one of your single prizers. We got a Incineroar EX. We got a lot of EXs in here. Holy crap. Alright, code card there. We got 2 packs left. See if we could squeak out one more Pokemon art rare. That would be really, really nice. There's like 21 in this set. So only having 1 out of the 21 doesn't help me all too much when I'm trying to complete the entire set. One more would be great. Last pack magic. This technically wasn't the last pack on the left side of the booster box. So hopefully we can have some true last pack magic right here and get a Pokemon art rare card. I don't know why it's dark in here. There is an ungodly amount of light in this room. So maybe I gotta fix my setup here. Going a little slower. We only got 3 Buddy Poppins, man. That's crazy. All right, well, no art rare. Oh wow! I thought the art rare was in the front. We have an art rare. Sweet. We have the Bronzer. Spoke it into existence. We actually have last pack magic right here. Really cool. Magcargo hollow in the back. Your code card. Let's put this into a sleeve. All right. Not bad. Got about 13 hits in this. Let's do a recap. All right, here's a recap of all of our hits here. Got a lot of the EXs. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we get the full art. So there's 7 EXs, and then we have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, not bad, not bad. It's just like the hits that we got are probably the lesser of the appreciated hits of the set. Minus this one, I really like that one, even though it's probably not that expensive because it's not playable. The Salvatore, if that was like a Morty's Conviction, price of the box goes up. Don't care completing the set, so I'm happy to get anything out of this, and really am glad that I got the Hero's Cave right there. Really cool set. Going to be opening more of this. I ordered a few more booster boxes just because they're a little cheaper that way, and I got some kickback money on TCG Player, which is always nice so that you can get money that you can spend on future product. Anyway, thanks for joining me for this video. It's a really long video, but I wanted to go a little slower opening these cards so I can appreciate them a little bit more. Anyway, take care, guys. I'll catch you soon.